Ladies and gentlemen, today is the election day. Today we have our former President Trump looking pretty good, and we have also Kamala, our Vice President Kamala Harris. Well, so far I don't know what's going on right now. So I don't know what's going on. Looks like former President Donald Trump looking pretty good. And as we're looking right now, the polls, let me see. Let me give you guys a little updating.
States that could decide the presidency.
Right here.
That one obviously is too early to call.
And we'll dig into those numbers soon. It's also too early to call Virginia, though Vice President Harris has a lead in our Fox News voter analysis, waiting for the raw vote total to dump there.
As we're talking, we have to show everybody what's going on right now. We have Indiana already for President Trump. So you know what? I have to say something. When I'm looking right now, as I'm looking at it right now, President Trump has the chance to become the 47th president of the United States. I have no doubt, because even though if you say it's too soon to call, but man, from the beginning he's been running. He's been winning all of it right now. So let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. We'll see what's going on.
News can project that former President Trump will win the state of Indiana.
Trump will also carry nearby Kentucky for a third time, and it is too early to call the state of South Carolina. But former President Trump has the lead there, according to our Fox News voter analysis.
Meanwhile, Vice President Harris will sail to victory in liberal Vermont. And as we look at the race for 270 electoral votes, that's what it takes to win. Throughout the night, we will be adding up as each state is called. Right now, you see 19 electoral votes for the former president, 3 for the vice president. And we are going to be following all of this stuff tonight. And also on the bottom of the screen, you can see these races as we get the raw
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Start happening very
this
soon.
is a story.
Let's go to the Senate for a moment, because
this is
another
a story.
Big story.
Unbelievable.
Control of the United States Senate. Democrats.
Let me say something. You know, I've been betting from from the first time I said President Trump will be re-elected again. You know what? What I want to say is, remember Vice President Kamala Harris said President Trump, it's all about the billionaire and millionaire. That's why he been saying from the campaign. He say President Donald Trump don't care about poor people, don't care about the middle class. He's only care about himself. I think the Democrat Party, they are the one who doesn't care about the middle class. They are the one who been stealing. What I can say, it is true, and that's what everybody keep talking about. Now, let me say this. The election is still early. It's not over yet. You know, there's too much, you know, it's not over yet. But when you look at it, I have a question, and I would like to share that to everyone. And everybody gonna get this podcast, because this is my show, Fritzcast Unlimited. You guys need to check me out. We got a lot of show we're gonna put for you guys. So when you look at it, Vice President Kamala Harris said why she goes to find all the billionaire and millionaire. These people doesn't care about you guys. They already have money. They already millionaires. So who do you? Okay, now she said President Donald Trump don't care about the middle class. Don't care about nothing. She only care about himself. But okay, let me say something. Why she go find all the celebrities, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, John Legend, what's the name? Eminem's. What's the other name of the rapper? I forget about it. Jennifer Lopez. Why she go find all these celebrities and etc. to come do campaign for him? So if she doesn't care, if she really care about the middle class, all she always said, she should not go invite these people. And I think I think President Trump looking pretty good. When he becomes president, I feel like there is a very possibility everybody will see they are the one was fake. Now, I'm talking to my God, okay? Nobody can tell me who I vote for, but I'm talking to my God, what I see. Okay? So she should be find people in the middle class to do a campaign. Why she go find all these billionaires, all these millionaire and doing campaigns for him? Where she said President Donald Trump just have people come to his way and endorsing him. All right? People come endorsing him. But she don't find people. She gonna knock the door for people to vote for him. America see what's going on. This is the most important election in ever. And when President Trump re-elected, that is historic because this guy went through a lot. He been through a lot for this country. He's the true lover. He's the one will find food to put on the table. He's the one fight for this country. Let's keep looking.
Let's have almost no room for error. The Fox News decision desk can project that Indiana Republican Congressman Jim Banks will win his first Senate race.
In Virginia, it is too early to call the race between incumbent Democratic Senator Tim Kaine and his Republican challenger, Hung Cao. We're going to be looking into Virginia.
Longtime independent Senator Bernie Sanders will win a fourth term in the Senate in Vermont. And he caucuses, of course, with the Democrats.
As we look at the balance of power in the U.S. Senate, you can see we'll be ticking up. You need 51 for the majority. The Republicans need to pick up 2 to take the majority. And they're looking at states like West Virginia and Montana. But there could be others on this board. Right now, as you see, 39 Republicans to 29 Democrats.
A lot of toss-ups in that group as well. In the Senate races across the country, let's go to Bill Hemmer and get an update from the board.
Hey guys, we're just seeing a little of this vote come in from Florida, so why don't we go ahead and start there? And I'm just going to punch around and see a little bit of what we're getting here. We know the turnout was big. We know Republicans, based on some of the early voting and the voting today, was pretty decent here. But 8% of the statewide vote. This is Duval County, Jacksonville. I haven't seen this yet. Just go ahead and so you got about 2/3 of the vote coming in Florida right now. Florida counts fast, by the way. The early vote, they rack it up. And so right here in Duval County, you got Kamala Harris leading by a point. I tell you what we do. Why don't we do this? It's very interesting because for one of the first times in a long time, in anybody's memory, I guess going back to FDR, the late 1800s, we've got a candidate on the ballot where you can compare the number from 4 years ago and compare the number from 8 years ago. So we're going to do this a lot throughout the night. We'll get a measure about how Trump is performing versus Hillary Clinton and versus Joe Biden. So let's go back 8 years now. Just watch his number here with 2/3 of the vote reporting in Florida. This is one county in Jacksonville. So
let me pause that for a second. Last night, I had a debate with my neighbor and a friend of mine, Mike and Ed. We had a good show, but sadly, I had a little problem with my volume. So basically, we did everything. Hopefully, I'm gonna put that video out soon. We did everything. We finished the podcast. It was a very good conversation, and then for some reason, I don't know what's going on. There was an error. I cannot get the volumes out of the interview. But anyway, I'm gonna find a way to fix it and send it out. But what we were talking about, and I feel like the guys who was here, so we were talking about a lot of topic things, and Mr. Ed said there is no way President Trump not going to win the election. I was kind of even shocked about that. And I say, reason why? Can you tell me reason? They say, there is no way because we live in the the people you can see, the economy is very bad. Well, everybody suffer as far as grocery, paying rent, take kids to school. Everything is high price. So we have a good debate on a lot of opinion things we were talking. So, and these guys, they are like veteran. They serve for this country, right? So basically, and I feel like, I say, are you sure he's going to be reelected? They say there is no way he's not going. There is no doubt he will be. So I have to say, after all President Trump been through, I think it's a miracle from God. I don't think that's come from American people. Yes, of course, the people vote for him. Of course, if we don't vote, nobody gonna get elected. Nobody gonna get elected. Nobody gonna get to the White House. But I think that's coming from God, because that is the story. That is a story. Because President Trump been through a lot in his family. A lot in his family. So if he get reelected, which I already see, I'm looking right now. I'll let you guys update. I'll keep you guys posted on everything. When he's reelected, this is coming from God. I think he's a true leader. He's a true leader. I think that's coming from God, because this guy, President Trump, not dead after all the ballot from his ear. God protect this guy. Bro, God protect him twice. And who knows so many times. So I think God has a plan for this country, and he deserves to be back in the White House. Now I'm talking to my God. I'm talking to my God. My God. He deserves it. Because after everything the President Trump been through, and as you guys can see, but I have something I want to say about that too. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I keep you guys posted right here.
All right, here we go. Trump was just shy of 50 against Hillary Clinton in that county. And then 4 years ago, he was a little less than that, about 2.5 shy of the midway mark in overall Duval. So he's doing right about the same number he did with Joe Biden 4 years ago. So let's look at Volusia County. Okay, you got a little more of the vote in here. Trump easily at nearly 60% of the vote. 77% reporting. Flagler, 86% reporting as well. So we expect him to do quite well in Florida. Let me move away from this, because what I wanted to show you in a moment here is we're just getting a flavor right now of perhaps what the suburban vote is doing for Trump versus Harris, and then what the rural vote's doing. And what I did was I want to pick out two places here, because there's a county just north of Indianapolis. This is Hamilton County. Population about 350, 360,000. About 2/3 of the vote coming in right now. What I want to show you here is Trump's at 48.8 now. There's more vote out there. Indiana counts the mail-in ballots first. So let's do the same exercise, okay? This time, watch the slide come out here. And now it gives us a direct comparison for 8 years ago against Hillary Clinton. This is the weakness in the Trump campaign, right? 8 years ago, he was just shy of 57% in the same county. And then 4 years ago, got slightly weaker, okay? Down about 2 points. And then current day today, okay, so there's more vote out there, so we'll see how it goes. But right now, a little weaker there in that suburb just north of Indianapolis. Conversely, right, Trump's been working the rurals, right? Well, this is Kentucky. You got a lot of the votes still out there, even though we called the race, okay? This is Taylor County. It is rural. It is small. There's about 10 to 12,000 raw votes there. Trump's percentage of the vote is big at 77%. So let's do the same exercise again. Go back to 2006.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have to stop. Let me pause it and let me give you guys a little idea. What I'm thinking. This is what you said. Exodus 14 verse 14 said, God will fight for you. All you have to do is keep silence. It doesn't matter how many people against you. You still get where you want to be. If God willing to help you, He will help you. You don't have to fight. So that's why the verse say Exodus 14 verse 14 said God will fight for you. You should be silenced. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say this is the true story about this election. Many celebrity Vice President Kamala Harris find to just show up, take all the celebrity, introduce her to the state. They not coming to introduce her. They coming for a reason. People will see, oh, when you see, oh, there is a star. Oh, you got Beyonce, come introduce Kamala Harris. So you take attention. You say, okay, if Beyonce can introduce Kamala Harris, she's the one for this country. It's not they are fake, because Beyonce, she's a millionaire. Her husband's a billionaire. They don't care. They just spend a lot of money for them to just come up to the stage and introduce her. They don't know how you put food on the table. They don't know how you eat. So they just come in and say, oh, you know what? This is the best candidate. This is what you have to get. This is what we're going to do. But she been the vice president for 4 years. Why President Trump keep winning those states? She been here for 4 years. And now why? Now, all these celebrities, how much money? Lady Gaga, I want to know how much money they pay her to come introduce Kamala Harris. And then Vice President Kamala Harris, I want to know how much money they pay M&M's. What these people know about politics? They don't know about politics, but they know they are famous. They are stars. They are very famous people. When you come to a stage to introduce me, and of course, you don't know how I eat. You don't know how I put my kids to school. You don't know how life is going for me, because you live in a luxury life. So, of course, people will say, oh, you know what? If Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Eminem's, Rihanna, whatever, can introduce me, so she's the one for this country. This is fake. America smart enough to see this is fake, and then this is why President Trump will be reelected. And I want to know, my question to all these people who been support her, all this stuff. Oprah, billionaire. Beyonce, billionaire, millionaire. We'll say billionaire. Her husband is billionaire. She's a billionaire. M&M's, millionaire. Legend, Lady Gaga, they are millionaires. So do you really think when they sing and talking about a bunch of stuff, they already paying a bunch of money to do that? So they don't care about you guys. So that is why I said, Exodus 14 verse 14, God will fight for you. You just have to be silent. I'm doing this podcast just because I feel like, and my God, President Trump, he's the real president. Forget about his billionaire. Forget about how much money he has. He's the real candidate. Because when you see something good, you try to fight this. When you see somebody good, you will become enemies. If you see there is progress, and he know the truth, he know the game. This is why he's up. And the podcast is not finished yet, and I have a feeling he's gonna elect it. This is what you call faith. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep going.
Seeing the percentage of the vote, okay, it was lower 4 years ago in 2020.
Stop smashing Amazon's buy button and start getting Amazon to pay you instead, but not by selling physical.
Same county now.
Sorry about that.
75%. And as of tonight, okay, by the way, raw vote 93-76. Hold on to that number, okay? It's important because he's doing better on a.
So having them gone through what we've gone through here over the last.
But the vice president's campaign has spent more than former President Trump. And do you think right now, looking at the numbers, that they're getting the money worth?
It's early. We'll find out. One of the reasons we spend so much in campaigns today is that the campaign process is a business. They start 4 years out. They begin raising money and hiring pollsters and all those kinds of things. Hopefully, we get some reform to that going forward. But I have to tell you, just looking at the early numbers, you got to be a little concerned if you're Democrats on this. Now, the numbers, it's way early, so we're going to get a lot more things here. But to see those numbers that Bill put up in Florida and Miami-Dade with the breakdown between the two candidates, that's a little concerning. The concern that you raise, Carl, about suburban voters in Indiana, Democrats have to be a little concerned about this as we head in here. I'm curious to know also about that Florida abortion thing that was on the ballot there in Florida and how that's faring and if that's had really the impact. The Kemp.
They should be. I should be. I will be. If I'm the candidate as early, my opponent gets so much. I'm talking so much. That's a lot. President Trump, that's a lot. President Trump already up a lot. So even though the election is not over, I'll be concerned. They should be. Let's keep looking.
Relationship with Trump, it seems like it might have been repaired a bit as you look at some of these numbers early on. We'll have to see what suburban voters. I'd quarrel with someone who said a little bit about the black voters in Georgia. It was not necessarily black voters in Georgia. It was suburban and rural voters in Georgia that put Biden over, and he even gave the seats to the Democratic senators there. So as we get more and more numbers here,
can you look at it?
It'll be very telling because if Georgia and North Carolina stay with Trump, Trump needs that in his math. He can't do it without those states in reality. Kamala Harris was hoping for a flip there. You get a surprise there, and then the night takes on a little bit of a different pace and a different tone. So those are the numbers I'm looking most closely at, Brett, here in the next few minutes.
We've got about 30 seconds before we start our TikTok to the next call. Dana, what do you think?
I think that Florida is so interesting because Governor Ron DeSantis is such an effective governor and a great campaigner. And I think also that there are changes in Latino voters and generational changes. But I would also say this. When 75% of the country says you're on the wrong direction, you're going in the wrong direction, and their number one issue is the economy, you should listen to them because that's what it is.
Well, Miami-Dade was...
Let me stop right here. That's what that lady just said right here. That's true. If the people in this country say they not in the right path, they not okay with your 4 years, we are the people. If we said we not okay for the 4 years, you should listen. That is already a red flag right here for the Democrat Party. That is this set. Don't try to find all the same. Most people come to the stage to make show for you. So if we said we not okay for the 4 years we been through, we not okay. So therefore, we should listen to that. 75% of the American people said they not okay. They better off when Trump was president. 75% of the American people said the economy. So what do we need? The economy was better under President Donald J. Trump. So what she just said right here, this is it. Don't try to find all these people who's already a millionaire, billionaire, put on the stage to make you. This is called fake. This is fake. Let's keep going.
Flipped by DeSantis. He lost it in his first governor's race, and then he won Miami-Dade in the second. So maybe we're seeing a little bit of that play out in Miami-Dade right now. We'll see.
Britt, do you want to do the TikTok sound for us?
I'm not sure I remember how.
We are coming up on the next poll closing, and it's a big one because North Carolina, we should start getting raw vote totals right away. North Carolina is one of the fastest states, even despite Hurricane Helene. They're doing a really great job. The Secretary of State's office there as we wait for the poll closing right now. It is now 7:30 on the East Coast. Polls have just closed in 3 more states. North Carolina is the next state to watch, just like Georgia. It came down to the wire in the last presidential election. It has 16 electoral college votes, and it will be a decisive one, potentially. The Fox News decision desk says it's too early to call.
Also too early to call Ohio, but former President Trump has a lead in our Fox News.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here's a quick visual to show how IULs can help
I
build
have
generational
to.
wealth. The first wealth bucket is
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back. We are just a few hours into
So,
Election Day, but
I have
polls
to say
across
that.
the country.
sorry, I'm talking over this lady. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna continue with. I'm gonna give you all these podcasts about the election from started today, and by I feel like by tonight we're gonna know who's the president of the United States. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted. Bear with me. Tomorrow we're gonna be continuing about this show, and then we'll see what's next. So what I have to say is, we have President Donald Trump. He's going to be reelected. There's no doubt about that. I'm looking at it, and I keep you guys posted. So as we can see the polls right now, he's doing pretty good, and I think he's gonna be the next president of the United States. That's it. Either they like it or not, he's gonna be the president of the United States. So I will be continuing with you guys and keep you guys posted. And as of tonight, we're gonna stop right here, and we'll be continuing by tomorrow. God bless America. Have a good night.